Good morning. My name's Cecily Morris. I'm the Chair of the Economic Development Power Allocation Board. I welcome everyone here this morning in person and online. We have Mr. Silver. I'm going to first welcome our members, Dennis Trainer and Andy Silver. If you could just both say good morning, we'll know you're here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We here. Oh, I'm here. Good. And welcome to Power Authority staff members who are participating away from this table by video conference. This is a scheduled board meeting. It was duly noticed as required by the open meetings law. And I call the meeting to order pursuant to the EdPAP bylaws, Article 3, Section 2. Before we got together today, our meeting list and the agenda was shared with our members. We were polled prior to the meeting as to whether or not there might be any conflicts of interest, and the members advised that there were no conflicts that needed to be disclosed. There were none. So we'll start with the adoption of the proposed agenda. Before we do that, I ask the board members, are there any amendments to the agenda or additions, subtractions, anything?
No.
No.
I'd entertain a motion to adopt the proposed agenda for today, March 31st.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There being no opposition, the motion is carried. Next on our agenda is the adoption of the minutes of our meeting from February 3rd. Are there any motions to amend the minutes?
No.
No.
I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting from February 3rd, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. I would go next to Senior Vice President of Customer Solutions, Mirabelle Cruz, to open and introduce our presenters this morning.
Thank you so very much, Chair Morris. Good morning. Good morning, members of the board, NYPA colleagues in attendance today. As mentioned, my name is Maribel Cruz Brown. As always, we want to thank you for your availability, your review of the materials, and your participation is always very critical to the success of economic development in New York State. What we have before you today are two items that will be presented by our team. One is regarding Recharge New York Power Program allocations. These are regarding new, modified, and extended allocations. March is traditionally a very busy month for the EdPAP team. We will see a lot more activity throughout the year as well, as we will be bringing extensions, many more extensions to you as we're reaching the end of the second 7-year contract term. That item will be presented by Yale Brown, who's our expert business power allocations and compliance analyst. The second item is regarding Recharge New York Power Allocation transfer. This will be presented by Steve Vanquil, who's the manager of the BPAC Power Allocations and Compliance team. I'll turn it over to Yale Brown so he can start presenting the first item, please.
Thanks, Maribel, and good morning, everyone. Today, the board is requested to recommend that the trustees approve the following 71 recommendations, consisting of the following: contract extensions for 46 allocations of Recharge New York Power to existing customers totaling 49.2 megawatts, and supporting more than 45,400 jobs. 3 modifications related to existing Recharge New York allocations, extensions, and/or related supplemental commitments, and 22 new allocations of Recharge New York large business retention, large business expansion, and small business and not-for-profit based power totaling 12.8 megawatts and supporting more than 6,270 jobs. All applications were submitted through the state's consolidated funding application system. As in the past, new applications were evaluated on a competitive basis in consideration of the 12 criteria in the Recharge New York legislation. I won't read through each of the 12 criteria, but some of the key ones include job commitments, capital investment, and an applicant's risk of closure or leaving the state if they are not awarded a Recharge New York power allocation. Applications for new R&Y power allocations have been considered, where applicable, under NYPA's Green Jobs Evaluation Incentive Plan and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Evaluation and Incentive Plan. Today's recommendations for new R&Y power allocations include 11 applicants with facilities located in disadvantaged communities. If today's recommendations are approved, It is anticipated that approximately 22 megawatts of RNY power would remain available to allocate. The awarded applicants will be offered Recharge New York contracts for a term of up to 7 years. The contract has provisions for the partial or complete withdrawal of an allocation if the recipient fails to maintain mutually agreed upon commitments relating to, among other things, employment, power utilization, and capital investment. This item is submitted for your approval, and I'd be glad to take any of your questions.
Of the 46, is this an extension past the 14 years, or do we have some that are 14 years, some that are 7?
So these would be ones that were previously extended.
Okay.
In some cases, they're on their second extension.
Okay.
In some cases, they're on their first extension, so it's sort of a mixed bag.
And when you're talking to these entities, people, because entities are basically the people that are behind the sign, what do they tell you? What do they?
They all seem very happy with the program. You know, they mentioned the low cost power savings that they've been realizing for
Right.
many years, at least 7 years, in some cases more, if they signed up when the program first began in 2012.
Okay.
But yeah, they're most of them, you know, they've noted that they're very happy with the program and they want to continue with it.
Because it seems in reading the materials, and we have 46, my brain said 47, but 46, that this is a really good thing because we have a good working relationship and it's benefiting them to the point where they want to keep on going. So thank you. Anything else you think we should know about any of the entities?
I mean, we have some interesting new recommendations for approval, some really good expansion projects, water
Okay.
release food, a new facility in Long Island, which would create 168 jobs. We also have Louder Metal Technologies in the Syracuse area. They're taking over the former Crucible Steel plant, I should say.
Yeah.
Projected to create at least 71 new jobs. So yeah, we have a nice mix of extensions, new companies, expansion projects. So it's a good batch.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for Analyst Brown?
No.
No.
Okay. I would then entertain a motion to approve the new extended and modified allocations.
No moves?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 There being no opposition, that motion carries. We'll go to Mr. Van Call, the Manager of Power Contracts and Tariffs.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today, we have an item coming before you as required by Public Authorities Law. It's a transfer of 3 awarded allocations. Quick review of some reasons for which a customer may require the transfer of their award. It may have a business reorganization, which can include a corporate entity change, such as Inc. to LLC, a merger or a split, all resulting in a change of federal tax ID. A sale of the business to another business. This could also be a merger, resulting in a change of federal tax ID, and a move from one location in New York State to another location in New York State. This item requests the board to approve the transfer of 3 Recharge New York power allocations to in-service and 1 pending for a customer that produces and distributes fireproof doors, which merge into another business that will continue the same business operations at the facility in Port Washington. This item request is subject to 1, the approval of the transfer of the RNY or recharging of power allocations by the Power Authority. 2, there being no material reductions in the base employment level or capital investment commitment associated with the allocation that would be transferred. And 3, the transfer is addressed in contract documents containing such terms and conditions determined by the authority to be appropriate to effectuate the transfer. Specifically, the board is requested to recommend trustees to approve a transfer of 240 kilowatts and 50 kilowatts RNY power allocations, as well as a pending 156 kilowatt RNY power allocation awarded to LIF Industries LLC for use at its facility located at Harbor Park Drive, Port Washington, New York, 11050 to Unified Door and Hardware Group LLC to reflect organizational changes. This item is submitted for your approval. I'd be glad to answer any of your questions.
Thank you. So the 240 and the 50 previous awards, how old are they?
So the 240 is from July 27th, 2023. And the 50 is from December 17th, 2017. That's the original trustee approval dates.
So we renewed that one in 2024. And the other one's not up for renewal. And then the 156 is new. Did we approve that in our last
156
meeting? No.
156 is from 2017.
Oh, 2017.
And the 240 is from 2023.
Okay.
And the 50 is from 2015.
Any questions?
No question.
Silver, any questions?
No questions.
Okay. There being no questions, I would entertain a motion to approve the resolution to transfer the Recharge New York power allocation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mhm.
There being no opposition, that motion carries. Our next meeting is currently scheduled for Tuesday, May 19th at 8 a.m. here for some of us. And we'll contact everybody ahead of time. It's the corporate secretary's office will contact everybody to confirm availability, but that's currently our scheduled next meeting date. Is there anything else that needs to come before our board today?
I would just like to end with a comment thanking all of the teams that it takes to make this happen, right? So outside of Steve from the power contract side and Elke from the BPAC side, I want to thank the legal team, Lori and her staff, for helping us to ensure that the contracts are up to date as we do extend these and renew these, and the internal audits team who helps us sample our customers every year to make sure that their reporting, their compliance reporting is valid and up to date. So this third-party verification of our compliance audits. So really just want to thank everyone across the organization that helps make sure that this is a solid process.
Thank you. And
Mhm.
yes, I agree. Thank you. When these materials come to us, I've said it before, it's the work of the team. I know that, but it's always so well done. We're kept informed. There's really not too many questions you can ask other than kind of trying to figure out what these entities are and what do they do and how long have they been with us. So I second that. Thank you for doing that. So if there's nothing else to come before the board this morning, I would entertain a motion to close the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There being no opposition, motion carried. We'll see everybody the next time. Thank you.